On your mark, get set, go! And they are off, and it looked like Shinji did not get the best start there, but they passed Icy up on the inside. Now both of them trying to get a good run on the rails. Icy getting shoved wide. Shinji somehow finding some way to get over it, and Icy kind of got railroaded right off the bat. Get it? Railroaded?
Bruh.
But Shinji off in the lead by a bunch, and this is a 10-lap race. We were debating making it a little bit longer, but we decided against it. After doing some qualifying, we could see how fast people were. Now, Henry, that's either Henry or Man-Man. Looks like it's Man-Man coming up to pass Shinji. Shinji getting a little bit sideways after that first checkpoint. And the top 3 qualifiers all fighting for position now. But they're kind of all flinging themselves around. Icy borderline flying there because they have to right themselves. And now Shinji coming through took the lead back again from Man-Man. Shinji had a very good showing last time at the Rocky Raceway. And they had a pretty good showing at the Snowy Speedway, getting 4th in that one. But today, they're looking for their first race win. So, right now, only the top 3 have actually been able to complete a lap so far. It looks like Icy got stuck on a checkpoint, so now Man-Man off in the lead, passing by Shinji, and they're passing by some of the lap traffic. But Shinji makes it over clean, and Shinji's going to have to maneuver his way around some of these other cars that have slowed down. And now Felipe and Henry have both completed a lap. I don't think Henry actually did complete a lap. I don't think he knows where the start-finish line is, but I don't know. I think he might be skipping major parts of the course. We'll have to review the footage later on, and maybe he'll get disqualified from the series. Anyways, Icy coming through, trying to turn down Man-Man here. Man-Man and Icy fighting for second place. Shinji has a huge lead right off the bat. And now Felipe's coming up behind him. Felipe is some lap traffic, just got lapped. And Shinji falls off the map. And maybe the pressure from Felipe there was too much. The Banana Man putting the pressure on Shinji there, and Shinji fell off the map. And so does Felipe. You guys should definitely subscribe to Felipe for 290-4G Gamer. I forget what his actual channel is called because he has a bunch of numbers in there, but you guys should definitely subscribe to him. He makes solid Playing Crazy content. I might put a link to him in the description. Anyways, Steamy now trying to come back up, trying to challenge the leader of Man-Man here. I think Steamy's actually on the lead lap, so... And right now, I think he might actually be in the lead. I think he might have taken the lead away from some of the other guys here. Steamy had a very good car in qualifying, well, in practice, but not a very good car in qualifying. Now he's just trying to find a way to get himself over the rails. He's having a lot of issues, and he runs into Icy. Icy tries to make the flip over. Steamy's having a hard time with those rails, and Icy now in the lead. Now Man-Man trying to run it back, trying to get back in position, but Man-Man has to reset his lap. He can't just go back to the checkpoint he just completed. He has to redo the entire lap because he had to respawn. That's how this works, if they didn't know. But Icy now on to lap number 4, and now Shinji comes back, and I think Shinji's going to have to go redo his entire lap as well. But Icy's stuck on the rails, so that is a big break for them. And whatever happened to Steamy, I think Steamy had to respawn himself. So, here goes Steamy coming through this little, I guess you could call it a big bend, is what I'm going to call it. He's coming through trying to complete his lap, and he does just that, and I believe he's currently sitting in second place due to other people being so far behind. As you can see, Henry there getting kind of flipped on his back. He is definitely not a fast racer. He actually had issues beforehand and had to revert back to the car he used for the first race just to be able to compete in this race because his car didn't really work. Had issues with it, wasn't getting over the checkpoints very well. He just wasn't very clean at all. Anyways, let's look for our leader right now. It looks like our leader is Steamy Eggroll, surprisingly. Don't know what happened. I think him and Icy are currently locked for position. But Icy pulls away from him there. Icy making it around the nice little hairpin turn here, coming into the double rail crossing section. And can they get over it nice and easy? Oh, there's a bunch of cars jumbled up here. Now remember, if you are stuck on the rails, you can respawn, but you have to restart your lap. So people like Assaultic there would have to restart. Icy gets flipped over. Steamy comes through for the pass, and Man-Man coming through to pass him as well. Double pass. Good racing from those two. We'll follow them up the track as they come through the fuel section and into the big bend. You can see Felipe up there once again. Subscribe to his channel. Linked in the description. And they're going to come through and all pass him for lap traffic. But Man-Man and Icy getting stuck together. And Steamy comes through, completes another lap. He's on to lap number 6. Now, whatever happened to Shinji? Trying to look for him in chat right now. And it looks like Shinji's a few laps down. That's not what we expected. He was the fastest qualifier. He had a very fast car. But he's had issues throughout this race so far. And that's very apparent. Now, here's Steamy. And he's definitely growing his lead. All they got to hope is he makes a mistake on one of these sections that he screwed up earlier. But he might be going for back-to-back wins. But he's going to have to go for a quick refuel really fast. He goes around Big Bend, and he's going to be heading on to the next lap, which I believe is lap 6. Yes, no, he's on lap 7 now. Don't know how he was able to catch up, make up all that ground, but these guys wrecking in the back here, these leaders, you got to work together at this point. You can't be running into each other. You got to work together. and they screwed each other up at the beginning, and now they're in a world of hurt. But Steamy getting stuck here on the rails, getting stuck with some lap traffic, flipping around, having a hard time getting off the rails, and that's probably lost him 10 or more seconds, and it's definitely going to give some people some time to catch up. And remember, this part of the track right here, you can go wide in this turn and run into the leader, one of them crossing by. You know, you can slow them up pretty easily. You can always just go off track and run into people, which is one of the things I like about this series, is there's a lot of carnage that goes on in it. Looks like Steamy went right through Henry's car there. Hopefully he doesn't have him blacklisted, as that is illegal, but he's on to lap 8, only has a few laps left to go, and he will be the winner of the Train Track Turnpike Grand Prix. So now Shinji, I don't know what lap he's on now. I think he's a few laps back. He has such a fast car, but it's just not going to be enough, and it looks like Henry's currently blocking the line, making it impossible for cars to get through, and he's holding up the leaders. Henry single-handedly ruining the race for some of these leaders here, as he hit 2 of them on the lap. I'm going to give Henry a penalty, and I actually am going to disqualify him if he does not despawn, as he is blocking up the race intentionally at this point. Well, there we go, and Steamy skipped a checkpoint. I think Steamy skipped a checkpoint there. Steamy didn't go for this last checkpoint on that turn. He didn't go for the last checkpoint on the Big Bend. He's going to have to go back and make that up. Oh, he had to reset. Oh, that's huge. Steamy had to apparently reset. I think he got stuck on the rails over there or something, and actually had to reset right there, and he might have given up position. I think Man actually is in the lead right now, but Man getting stuck on a checkpoint, and Icy trying to pass him up. Shinji and all them, I don't know what some of these laps what they're on, but it's definitely close here, as they're all up with the leader of Steamy Eggroll right now. Shinji right now, 7M, he is a lap down from the looks of things. But Steamy also getting stuck there, and looks like Icy is going to be able to come through and maybe pass Steamy here if they can get their car under control, because they're all getting a little stuck here. I wonder what happened to Man. Where is he at? Looks like maybe he had to respawn because he had to go. He took a really weird line through there, and it looks like maybe he came from the base. Can't be sure. And let's see who's our leader right now. It looks like Steamy might still be the leader. No, Icy looks to be the leader because Icy's in the lead through this part. But Icy's going to have to pick up their pace here and keep things under control. Can't be making stupid mistakes. Can't be getting stuck on the rails at this point. Got to take the fast racing line and make sure to get away from Steamy, because Steamy has proven that he has a very, very fast car. But he had to respawn, and here you can see him back. He's coming back, trying to get back onto the track, trying to get through, and trying to make up the ground he just lost from having to respawn. But it looks like Icy might end up winning here. But Icy's kind of getting blocked up. Henry's blocking another checkpoint for the leaders. Henry does no regards for anybody else's race here and really doesn't care about them, which is something you would expect to see from Henry in some of these races. He wants to win in a bad way, but it's just not good sportsmanship if you're going to sit there and keep blocking up the checkpoints when the leaders are there. Back markers are supposed to move out of the way for the faster vehicles. I think we're on to the last lap here. Icy on the last lap. Man trying to make up ground. Icy, though, is ahead, but he's stuck on the rails. This might be an opportunity for Man to catch up. And Shinji is also on the last lap. So Shinji is actually in second place right now. Shinji could run down Icy, but Icy actually gets stuck. Icy flips off the edge of the course. Shinji has time if Shinji can get through the section nice and easy. But Shinji's getting stuck on the rails, and that's going to be it. Shinji fell off the map. Shinji, in several races now, has thrown away easy shots at the lead. He threw it away last week as he was winning. He threw it away in the Snowy Speedway, and Icy comes through and wins the Grand Prix at the Train Track Turnpike. Alright, so here we are at the podium, and as you can see, things are a bit different than what they were at the end of the race. So we actually reviewed the footage, and Icy didn't actually use the gravity slider, but they ended up skipping 4 checkpoints in one of the laps, and that's a 4-second penalty because it's 10 points for missed checkpoint. 10 seconds for each missed checkpoint, which means that in that time, both Steamy and Man were able to finish in those 40 seconds and take first and second. So, if we look at the standings right now, you can see that Man 9 points, Steamy with 8 points, and Icy going to be walking away now with only 4 points, which would have been huge if they could have won this race in the standings. But Man is ahead in the total standings by a while. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys for the next race at the Mountain Motorway.